Hi, Rob.
How's it going?
I'm sunny right now. Sunny and 75 is what I just left from.
Must be nice.
Yeah, I can't see crap in these. All right.
Uh,
I'm excited today, Rob. You know why?
why is that?
I took that Falcon 9 rocket from Florida to Indianapolis, and, you know, it's going to be a good fucking day. That's my
It
one for
is.
the day. Oh, let me make sure sound and everything's right on my ends. Looks like a little stuff got messed up while I was gone. Cool. But hey, Indianapolis 500, or as we call it in happy hour, the mini Indy. You ready for it?
Yes, sir. Oh, absolutely.
These
I mean,
guys are.
I was kind of looking forward to some dirt track, but you know what? I think we'll have fun with these tonight.
Hey, you like my Hawaiian shirt I picked up down in Daytona?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I like it. It definitely got the attention of some people. I heard you did well on Wednesday, though.
Yeah, we did. It was a pretty good race.
Yeah.
It was interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I bet. Um, we go green at what? 7 something? 8 something?
Bet 8.
Okay.
Let me just double check here. Just
Yeah,
to make
double
sure.
check because I got some things I want to announce real quick before we start.
It looks like 25 minutes of practice, which is coming up, so about another 10 minutes before we go green.
Okay, good deal. Well, all right. Indianapolis 500, or the mini Indy. So, how many laps does it say we're doing tonight total?
We are doing 100 laps.
It's going to be a nice, fast race tonight, I believe. You know,
Yeah.
these guys are going around the track. You know, top speeds I'm looking at here. Michael Whiting holds the fastest at 242. Am I right at saying that, looking at time and screen?
Looks like Norman Chan's hit it as well as Sean Crooks.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So 242. I mean, that's good timing, in my opinion. I mean, that's
Yeah.
good. That's fast. That's really
It
fast.
is. I mean, they're going around this track in 39 seconds.
Yeah, NASCAR usually takes about 58, 59 seconds total.
Y-
If that tells you anything. And the amount of draft they get off these straightaways is crazy. Now, guys, my voice is gone. I want to go ahead and tell you that right now. My voice is teetotally gone. So, because Rockville was amazing this weekend. And I'm sorry, Rob, I'm going to just go ahead and boast about it. If you've never been
Yeah.
to a rock concert, you need to go because it's fantastic. Except for getting crowd surfed on. That was pretty fun, I guess. I didn't crowd surf, though. I'm too big for that.
That's fair.
Seen some good people. He's seen some good bands, tonight, or, throughout the weekend. So it was fun. Overall, fun time. So, we have currently 21 drivers signed up for this tonight. Is that right?
It looks like it. Yep. We have 21 drivers signed up.
And you said the fastest they're going around is around 39 seconds. That's wild.
39.55 is our fastest time.
Yep. I would sing back home in Indiana, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Come on. Come on.
Back home in Indiana. I don't know the rest of the song. That's all you get. All right, race info. You ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
All right. We are sunny at 78 degrees with a humidity of 55%. Florida's humidity on Saturday night was 98%. Unreal. You walked outside, you were drenched. I'm glad to be back up here in regular weather with a partly cloudy sky with 2 miles out of the east. So
Oh, there we go. That system's back.
that system is back. The track temperature, however, is 112 degrees.
Wow.
Tire fall off is definitely going to be a problem tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And, I mean, these guys only have 3 extra sets of tires.
Only 3 for 100 laps, so they're going to have to do some conserving somewhere.
Yep. It's,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, way they're pushing these cars around the track, and, I mean, you see them. As soon as they get a little light tap on that wall, those wheels are gone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, definitely. So, track facts, Rob. What you got for us? You got anything?
well, Indianapolis is the only track that's got straightaways between turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
That's correct. Also, a fun fact: if you take a look down at the starting grid, at the grid, if I can find it here,
There you go.
there are bricks that lay across the start-finish line as they just cross them right there. And the tradition is to drink a pint of milk and kiss the bricks. Now, after racing in a hot car all day, kissing some bricks, I don't know about that. And drinking milk, that just sounds like a terrible disaster for throwing up. But
Well, I mean, kissing bricks is one thing, but drinking a gallon of milk afterwards, yeah, I don't think so.
oh, as we see, Christopher Norman's running that Autism Speaks car, and I believe Mansfield will be running the same thing tonight too.
I do believe so, yes.
Oh, actually, I'll take that back. He may not be. No, he is not.
No.
He's running a wrestling scheme. I like it. Oh, man, we just had 2 more sign up.
Wow. Yeah, we're currently sitting at 23 drivers.
Yeah, 23 total. This is going to be a
Wow.
nice race. This is going to be a nice race.
They're our biggest turnout.
It is. What's the Indy 500? What do you expect?
Yeah, this is true.
All right. Well, we got about a minute till we go into qualifying, so we're going to take a second and let's hear a word from our sponsors. All right, Rob, who do you have tonight?
Well, I mean, you got a lot of fast guys out here tonight. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it up a little bit here. And now, we've seen it many races. Norman Chan has been the one that just kind of avoids everything.
Yes.
So, with these cars, as many cars as there is, I'm hoping he can, take that horseshoe that he's got and make it through the pack to get up to the front. And, I'm going to go with Norman Chan tonight.
Norman Chan, that's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good pick, and I'll tell you why. We seen in the Phoenix race, he avoided every wreck out there.
Yep.
But the problem is with those cars, you can bounce and bang them off the walls. He did get. You can't bounce and bang in these cars. You can barely tap them, and the wheels fall off. So literally, the wheels will fly off. And the only thing holding them on is the tethers.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm gonna hold out, and I'm gonna see who has the fastest time at the end of this. Now I say this is a lone qualifying session, which means you'll see a lot. I'm gonna click through a lot of people tonight that's qualifying, but they're not on the track together. So they also have 2 laps to complete the fastest lap. As you see, Brandon McLaughlin, he's coming out right now, gonna start his lap. He's on his out lap right now. So we've had multiple lead changes so far. Mason Neal, Michael Whiting, and John Berry are in the 39s, all within a tenth of a second of one another. So very fast crowd tonight. And I wonder, iRacing don't have it, but I wonder if iRacing is going to. I wonder if iRacing is they're going to do a 3-wide start like they usually do in the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, I'm not too sure on that.
Because iRacing only has it where you can do a two lineup.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. We might have to check with race control to see if we can get the 3-wide.
You want to pop out, go up there and ask them, see if we can get them to the 3-wide?
Yeah.
See what they're going to do.
All right, give me a minute here.
All right. As Rob checks on that, we will go through here and take a look at some of these times. So we have a good battle right now for the 4th place between Mark Belair and Mike Whiting. They're both setting very pretty at 1:39.68, 1.70. So these guys are putting out some fantastic times. And
Alrighty.
what's our verdict here?
It doesn't look like we're going to be doing the 3 wide, just because, well, they don't want a caution on the first lap.
I understand that. That's understandable. So, now, and everybody that's watching tonight, you're going to have to kind of bear with us tonight. We don't usually race these. This is kind of a special event we're doing since Indy 500 or the Indianapolis 500 is next weekend. So we actually canceled our dirt event tonight for this.
Yep.
So, it's going to be cool to see what happens.
It will be for sure. I mean, I was watching these guys race around the track there earlier, and these things look like a handful.
Yeah. I usually get about 3 laps, and I tap that outside wall there. I forget to lift. So.
I mean, I was riding along with Mason Neal, watching his in-car cam, and it didn't look like he was lifting at all.
Really?
Like, if he did, he was maybe going like 95% throttle through the corners.
Wow.
I mean, the RPMs did not drop below 11,000.
That's crazy. Well, these cars are meant to run in high RPMs anyway, and they're good at drafting. These are some of the most aerodynamic cars of racing today. NASCAR is trying to get there, but they got nothing on the Dallara 12s or the Dallara 8, the IR18s.
No, not at all.
They have nothing for it. So,
I mean, it helps that the car weighs like 400 pounds.
That's true. That's true. All right, well, we are going to be going green here shortly. Should be a 1-pace lap. Let's check out the grid. Rob, you go. I'm going to let you start it off.
All right, so we got Mason Neal starting in pole. We got Mike Killenbeck in second, DJ Kinner in third, Tom Land in fourth, Michael Whiting fifth, Mark Belair in sixth, James Smith in seventh, Brian Mansfield in eighth, Stefan Davis in ninth, John Barry 10th, Sean Crooks 11th, Tom Rule 12th, and Norman Chan 13th.
In 14th, we have Brandon McLaughlin. In 15th, Stephen Belair. 16th, Spencer Brown. 17th, Christopher Morrison. 18th, Aaron Bloom. 19th, Gene Watkinson. He did well here when we were in NASCAR here. Don Warren is setting number 20. Kevin Coleman is setting 21st. Eddie Baker is starting number 22nd. 23rd is Edward Belair. And 24th is Charles Harris. Now, I got my pick.
All right. Oh, you forgot Scott Hobbs in 25th.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Sorry about that, Scott. All right. So, I got my pick.
All right.
I don't pick him. Ever. Brian Mansfield.
All right.
I've raced with this. And I'll tell you a story here in a second, Rob. But I picked him because the last time we did the Indianapolis 500, I raced in it, and I believe he took it home. Or if not, I know he was up there for the fighting for the lead. So, guys that are listening tonight, I got a story for y'all. My first time racing in these cars was a trip. I didn't get off the first lap. I didn't make it to the first turn, and I ended up on the inside wall, sitting there. I had to call a tow. I didn't know how to call a tow. You know what I did? Somebody told me to press Alt F4.
Good job.
And I ended my entire race.
Oh, that's
if
hilarious.
you're listening, you know what I'm talking about, and that is where I got I got called Alt F4 was my nickname for a short amount of time until it turned into Brittany, and I'm not going into that one.
I'm curious. You're gonna have to tell me that one after.
What, Brittany?
Yeah.
Who's famous with the last name of Spears?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Now, if you start calling me, I'm going to get me another co-host.
All right, Brittany.
Robert?
Now you know that's going to be worked into the wedding somewhere.
Oh, yeah, we'll try that. As long, if we'll do that, as long as Shinedown releases that song that they're supposed to release.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
Yep. Shinedown, if you're watching, I want you to release that song that you want to release so bad. Please release it. All right, enough about me and you. Let's go racing. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
Man, I'm excited for this as they come down into the final turn, coming down to the front stretch here. It's going to be a great way to start this battle. Rob, take it home here, and let's see how we do.
All right, as we come around, I believe that's turn 3.
That's turn 4.
Stretch. That's turn 4.
Yes, sir.
Well, and correct me. Pace car is off, and we are coming down. Neil's going to lead them to the green flag. As we come to the line of bricks, we are green.
We are green for the mini Indy, baby.
It's a little bit of a jump there.
Oh, big crash.
Oh.
Big crash. Oh, my gosh. Everybody is involved in that one. Slow down. Oh, Lord.
I was not expecting that. Wow.
I was not either. Let's go back and take a look at it here. Let me make sure my camera angles are set right. That was a hard hit. As you see, he just gets loose and grabs that wall and collects most of the front, and everybody starts wrecking behind.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Well, that's going to upset some things. These cars, oh, good. Oh, no, he's involved in it too. Wow. There were so many people involved in that wreck, I can't even tell you who all is involved.
Let's just say 95% of the field, because that's what happened there.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll go back and watch it one more time from Gene's point of view. He's trying. We're following Gene Watkinson right now, and you can just see the chaos and the debris that's all over the track.
Yeah, and he's just trying to find a point to get out of it, and he can't get slowed up. He's got locked right up.
I mean, he did better than most. Oh, wow. The Navy car down there on the left, I don't even know. That wheel is waving at me or something. Oh, man.
Wow.
I hope these guys are okay.
Well, that shakes up the field quite a bit now.
Yeah, let's see who is back in it here. Man, was not expecting that. I mean, that did honestly, that caught me off guard.
It did. I mean, like our producer said, race control didn't want 3 wide because they didn't want a caution on the first lap, and the driver said, "You know what? Hold my beer."
Well, as of right now, we have 4 on pit road right now, and we have another 5 that's either going in or out of the pits. And them are Mason Neal, Mike Killenbeck, Tom Land, Kevin Coleman, Stephon Davis, Mike Belair, Sean Crooks, and Norman Chan. Man, sorry, Rob.
I mean, it's kind of hard when the entire field comes together like that to avoid that. Wow. I still can't get over it.
Yeah, I do want to watch it one more time since we're under the yellow flag here. We're going to go with James Smith's right here. Oh, as you see, just everybody. There's actually 2 wrecks that happened. That's what caused the big wreck. It looked like the Miller Lite car of number 61 got turned around. That was Stephon Davis. We'll go back and ride with him. He's the Miller Lite car at the bottom. You can't grab the apron with these cars, guys.
No.
You cannot. If you grab the apron, you're gone. That's how temperamental these cars are. And, it sucks that it happened, but,
I mean, he did a good job keeping it out of traffic there. So.
Yeah, I will agree with that. He did. And, DJ Kenner is going to be your leader now. And Stephon Davis, Tom Land, Mike Killenbeck, Mason Neal, Mike Belair, and Eddie Baker. I don't think Eddie Baker and Mike Belair are off the lead lap, but definitely the other 2 are for sure. So, And the question is, do you go ahead and use your quick repair, or what do you do here?
Well, I mean, the thing is with these cars, as soon as make any little bits of contact with the carbon fiber frames and that, it's toast. So you have to use one. I
Yeah.
mean, these drivers do have 3 for the race, but yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to use one just to get that damage repaired, so you're not hindered by any damage.
Yeah. And I'm sure that they're doing the lucky dog rule here. I wonder if they're going to. Some guys may not want to take that quick repair yet, and they're just going to hope for the lucky dog to come out. For some of these
It
cars, though,
could.
there was a lot of damage.
Yeah, it could be possible. I mean, as soon as you lose that front splitter, I mean, you have no downforce of the car, so.
Yeah. And these guys are fast. These guys were, and when they entered that turn, they were already up. Aaron Bloom was already up to 200 miles an hour. Mike Belair was up to 206. I mean, and that was just in the first turn.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't know if the timing screen is correct, but it's showing that Tom Rule was at 261 mile an hour.
I'm getting him at 172.
Okay.
So there may be a discrepancy between me and you there on our screens. But we didn't even get the timing tower up.
I mean, it was too fast.
Yeah. Well, that pace car is going to be coming off, Rob. I'm going to handle this one for you.
All right.
Maybe we can get a better start here. As they roll down, we're going to restart this to see if we can't get a better look here. The green flag's in the air. Pace car is off, coming down that long pit road. They are off, and DJ Kenner is going to lead them down to the first turn, and they're already 3 wide on the front stretch. And they're doing well so far.
We got it at turn 1.
Well, let's make it to turn 2. They seem to be doing okay here.
I think the race start jitters have kind of gone away now, so these guys can kind of settle in here and get some laps down.
Yep, and these guys are going to be battling all night long to get something going here. And DJ Kenner is just off like a rocket now. He's got a 1 second lead over the second, third place guys now. And as you see there, James Smith, it's the number 45 car. He's just now entering turn 4 there, or turn 3. Turn 2. I'm sorry. And it looks like we are into our second caution of the evening on lap 6.
The caution laps do count in this.
Yes, but I'm not getting who went off track here. Looks like Gene Watkinson was involved. Let's take a look.
Somebody put a tower there. Oh, somebody's upside down in the pits.
Yeah. We'll rewind that one, take a look at it from here. Just some good battling there.
Looks like you got a little bit loose. You just got off the track and
wow. That
Watch
killed
out
some
the
people.
pits. And whatever you do, don't alt F4.
Do not alt F4 that.
Wow.
Man. Bad deal by that. That sucks. Take a look at the 983. He's in 5th. I'm going to go back a little bit to Tom Land here and see what he saw.
Wow.
Yeah, Tom Land just gets right on by it here.
Yeah. Oh, that was close. Wow, that's rough.
I really hope Gene's okay. That was devastating. I hope people in the pits were good too. Good avoidance there by both them drivers from that guy up top. Man.
I'm just dumbfounded right now.
Yeah, I am too.
Wow. I mean, I knew it was. I didn't know it was going to be like this, but I knew that, if there is a wreck, it's going to be bad because I mean the way these cars are and how fast they're going, it's kind of inevitable.
It is. It really is. And, you don't get through an Indianapolis 500 without some accidents. That's just how it is. And that you pray that these accidents, they are going so fast around this track that you hope that they are okay after the caution or after the wreck is over with. But as you've seen, Gene Watkinson, he went airborne. If he had a propeller on the front of that, he could have been a Cessna 152. Okay, that's what he could have been.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he had the lift. He had he had everything he needed. He just needed a prop to keep her going.
Yeah. I'm just so shocked. Rob, I just seen your message. Sorry about that.
Yeah, all good.
Wow. All right. Well, let's see how that shook up the grid there. DJ Kenner currently holds first. James Smith holds second. Third is Michael Whiting. Fourth is Sean Berry. Fifth is Christopher Morrison. Sixth is Charles Harris. Seventh is Don Warren. Eighth is Eddie Baker. Ninth is Brian Mansfield. 10th is Brandon McLaughlin. 11th Norman Chan. And from there, I'm lost.
12th we got Eddie Belair. 13th we got Stephen Belair. 14th Kevin Coleman. 15th Michael Killenbeck. 16th Stephon Davis. 17th Tom Land. 18th Mason Neal. 19th Mark Belair. 20th Aaron Bloom. 21st Spencer Brown. 22nd Sean Crooks. 23rd Tom Rule. 24th Gene Watkinson. And 25th Scott Hobbs. It doesn't look like he made it out on the track. So
no, he did not start tonight from what I'm seeing. Wow. Well, let's
yeah.
I really hope. I'm not getting word that Gene's okay, but is he back on track? That's the question. Yes, he is rolling back on track. Yeah. Thank God. There wasn't
That's
even
scary, but glad he's all right.
Yeah, definitely glad he is okay there.
They must have had the quick trauma team on there just to make sure that he's all right.
Yeah.
Get him patched up.
Yeah. We are 1 to go, guys, here at Indianapolis 500. We are on lap number 10, I believe. So we should be going green this time by unless they delay the caution for some odd reason to re-on track, something along the lines of that. So.
And hopefully we can get 2 or 3 laps complete here without a caution.
Yeah, what needs to happen is these guys need to calm down for the first few laps. The tires are in. The tires are in usually in the first 2 or 3 turns. It's when they go out is the problem.
Yeah.
So if these guys can just settle down, go single file and push some laps in, we'll do okay. So we will do all right if that can happen.
And when I heard about this, I wanted to race it, but then they're like, yeah, we're doing it on Monday. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I wanted to race it too. I wanted to try out my new wheel I got, but oh well. All right.
But it looks like a pace car is in.
Yes, it is.
And DJ Kinner is going to bring them to the line.
Yep, on the green flag, which is in the air. And
we are back green. We got a great restart on there.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're already up to about 150. And another crash. Another wreck. Yellow flag is out. Who was that?
That was
938. 992 of
Mark Belair.
Which is not a lot of damage on his car. I mean, he has got some. Oh, take that back. That wheel decided. That nose decided to fall down.
It looks like he collected somebody else there too. Yeah, he just got
in that apron.
Did he lock them up?
Oh.
It almost looked like he locked it up. Because it didn't look like he was that far down on the apron, so I don't know if that caused it. It looked like he just locked it up.
Yeah, well, the problem is though, is you get down below that white line, and the degree of the track changes, and
Yeah.
that's where you have your issues. That's where you have your issues is when that degree changes happens on the track. And you can see right there, he drops below, and that degree change, just that little bit, causes that back end to get loose. And now he's locked down, trying to keep that thing from hitting people. Luckily, Gene Watkinson snapped it around and got around him, because that was going to be his third incident. And so, yeah. These guys are, though, in pace laps again. So, I'm just checking through the comments here, guys. I appreciate you all that are watching right now. You know, the Mini Indy is a fun race. It's a fast race. It's a high-stress race. So,
Yep. I mean, I know I would be sweating bullets right now doing this race.
yeah, I mean, I would too. I'm not really good at these cars. You know, I mess around sometimes with the AI on iRacing and put these cars at Daytona or Talladega, and they're fun. I mean, we get 4 wide around that track, and it's a pretty normal thing there. But I can't imagine on a track like this that, you know, it's actually a pretty technical track.
Yeah.
So, getting some fans in the chat for Eddie Baker tonight, saying he will win it. He's gonna hang in the back safely. So,
We'll see.
yeah, we'll see about that.
Currently, he's sitting 7th, so he's not really at the back of the pack.
Not anymore. He's not. But he's not found any wrecks either. So,
No, not yet.
he's not found any wrecks either. So,
I mean, there's still 90 laps, so
that is true. So what do you think so far about it, Rob? I mean, I'm really amazed by the speeds. These guys are really, really pushing it around the track. The problem is we can't figure out how to get past the last few laps here. So,
yeah, I mean, they're great to watch. They're fun to watch. You know, like you said, they're really, really fast. But right now, we can't even get a lap or two down without a caution coming out. So, really, I don't know. I can't really, say too much on them because, I mean, I've just seen them in practice where, they're not pushing the car all too much.
yeah, and the track temperature's up to 117 degrees now. So that could also be a problem. You know, these cars are just getting loose because the track is so hot.
Yeah, it could be that too. You know, the tire wear is accelerated because of the track temperature, and it could be causing a huge factor, or could be a huge factor right now.
Yeah.
Either that or they don't have the tires warmed up properly.
Yeah, but I mean, me knowing a little bit I do know about these cars, it's very rare to see that these tires are not warmed up. These guys, these pit crews keep these tires in a warmer, like put warming blankets and stuff on these tires to keep them warm. So my thought is that maybe they're warming them too much, and when they put them on the track, they're sticky and it's wearing them out real quick. Who knows?
Could be, yeah. Lights on the pace car are off, so we'll be green next time by.
Yes, and maybe we can get some good laps in here.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. That's it. There'll be some exciting moments in this race, guys, and there'll be some slow moments like now. These guys all have to find their groove. All 24 of these guys have to find their groove to get around this track in one piece. And unfortunately, some will be slower than others. Others will be faster than others. So that's where our racing comes down to. Where are they going to figure out their lines at? Is it going to be first turn, second turn, lap 50, lap 70? You know, as we come off of turn 4, maybe they'll figure it out this lap.
Maybe. I do believe we've lost 4 drivers, it looks like. 4 or 5 drivers right now.
Possibly. We will be doing a single file restart due to the amount of cautions we've had in a row. As they come down to the line, DJ Kenner will lead them. And fall behind them is James Smith, Michael Watting, John Berry, and Charles Harris. We're green here at Indianapolis as they come down to turn 1.
You can soon start fanning out back there too, just so that they're not in the single file.
Yes.
Looks like everybody's kind of found their hole and they're making their way around. So.
Yes, and you know, as we look back through the field here,
Okay, guys.
And caution flag is out. Oh! Hard hit there. Wow. Let's go back. It just popped onto him to see that. Looks like, and that was in the front of the pack too. That was number 66 of Charles Harris. And it looked like he got number 18 pushed him up.
18 or 48?
It looked like 18 on the car. Let's take a look at let's look at that one more time. Good avoidance by number 14 there. Number 48, yeah, number 48 got into the side of him. And that forced him up. And then everybody behind him, they just kind of, man, they just had to split.
Yeah.
There was something right there to the side. I'm not sure what happened. What car was that? Oh, it looked like he went down to avoid. He just couldn't get it slowed up in time. Grabs that wall and gets smacked.
Oof.
Heavy hit by that car. And that was Brian Mansfield.
Hopefully he's all right. Because that was a heavy hit both ways.
Yeah. Into the wall and onto by the other car there. All right. While we are under this caution, guys, we're going to take you side by side to hear a word from our Twitch-sponsored advertisements. All right, Rob, that was caution number 4 that we're under right now. Here in Indianapolis, we've done 4 cautions in about 20 laps. We have 100 laps total, so about 80 laps to go.
I don't know if we're going to have cars left.
Quick repairs will eventually run out.
And here we were thinking it was going to be a quick race.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. And just off another note, my fiance just sent me a text message saying that album or that song we were talking about at the beginning of the race, Rob, it's called Daylight by Shinedown.
Okay.
If you've never heard it, go listen to it once it's out. And they're saying June 1st.
Oh, well, there you go.
And me and her were talking about it a while ago. We're not going to hear the complete song until the night of our wedding.
Gotcha.
So, I'm excited about that.
Should I have the tissues ready?
I'm going to need some tissues, I can tell you that.
I'll have some in my back pocket.
There you go. If y'all don't know, Rob is going to be my officiant. He's going to be the minister, the ordained minister for my wedding. So,
Yes, sir.
I'm excited for it. He went out and got ordained and everything just for me. Gotta love him.
I mean, I do what I can.
All right. Pace car lights are off. He's going to zip down, drift in to the pit road, and James Smith is going to be our leader coming down to the line here.
John Barry.
I'm showing number 45, James Smith.
My timing is all messed up.
Yep. And we are green. And yeah, let's see how we do, guys. James Smith does us well, getting back into it here. As we look through the field, everybody is doing good, getting out of turn 2. I say almost 5 wide. That stuff is what's going to cause some issues right there. It's a 5 wide. They all need to settle in because we got 82 more laps to go in this race.
Oh, wow, we're not even at 20 yet.
We're not even at 20. So these guys need to just settle down and get some racing in.
Yeah. But like you said, these cars pick up the draft really well, and you know, if you're in behind somebody, you're going to pick up speed quick.
Yes.
And well, you can't really bump draft in these, so.
No, as you see, there's almost a collision with number 91 there. That was close. Tom Land and Mason Neal got almost involved in something there. Like I said, guys, I apologize if I clear my throat a lot. I don't really have a voice left after this weekend, so. Oh, there's some guys going out wide there.
Like there may have been a little bit of contact, but
not again. As they go
somebody's
almost
in the
3
wall.
wide. 3 wide back in the back there.
yeah, it looked like somebody was into the wall back there.
They all seem to be all right so far. Norman Chan is currently holding that 6th position. That's the guy that you called on, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
And my guy, Brian Mansfield, currently sits in 12th. He is showing to be 1 lap down at this time. Let's take a look at the leaders here. James Smith. The thing with it's kind of like with Talladega here. You know, the more you're in the first place, the more you use your fuel. The more you're in the front of the pack, you don't really use a lot of fuel. You don't have to be fully into the accelerator to get your speed.
Yeah.
So James Smith is sitting pretty right now with the first place position, but is he going to be able to hold it? That is the question of the hour for James Smith. As looking through the pack here, everybody's starting to get spaced out, as we can see around the track. So,
which is nice. Means everybody's kind of quieted down some, and you know, now they're just out for a little drive.
I don't know how little this drive's going to be. It's the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah, that's true.
Little my butt.
I mean, I love the next gen cars as much as anybody else, but there's something about the sound of these engines that just kind of.
I wished I had one in my F-150.
I think you get too many speeding tickets.
Me? No. I just
Yeah.
be able to make it to Florida and back in 3 hours instead of 8. And you can see the type of run. Look at the number 10 right now of Stephen Belair. You know, he's right on the back end of Christopher Morrison, and you know, he's actually opted to push out a little bit, let some distance through between. But look at him; he's coming right back in like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you can hear the throttle control too. With these guys trying to stay out of the wall.
I mean, all they have to do is just lift a tiny little bit, and then they're good.
Lift a tiny bit.
Well, he lift quite a bit.
Yeah, and this is just a wild ride. And it looks like the leaders are dealing with lap traffic now. I said that. Tom Rule is no longer on track.
Oh, well, there you go.
And we are a quarter of the way done with this as we enter lap 25.
Wow.
Mason Neal, it was DJ Kenner that was sitting in the first position. He currently holds 6, but there is a battle right now for that front position, it looks like. No, I'm sorry, that was lap car Gene Watkinson. Gene Watkinson was fighting with the number 1 and number 2 spot, but Gene is currently sitting 21st.
Okay. It looked like they were coming to some lap traffic that was kind of 3 wide there in the back, but
That's a disaster waiting to happen.
yeah.
And John Barry, he's sitting out there all alone. So with the draft, it is kind of like the NASCAR circuit where at like a Talladega or Daytona, if you're not in the draft, you lose your speed. These guys, people that are not in the draft currently, are sitting at about 215 miles an hour. But if you're looking at somebody that's actually in the draft, you can see this 220, 230.
Yep.
Let's look at second place there. Almost 230 going into turn 1 there for Michael Whiting. So you can see what type of difference there is. There's a 15 mile an hour difference, which that's just a few laps you're going to get lapped at that speed.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, at that point, you're almost wishing for some lap traffic to come in so that you can, find a draft partner a little bit.
Yeah, just wanted to get a slingshot maneuver on at least.
Yeah. Now, we're not sure how much fuel these cars have, so we're not sure what pit strategies are going on here.
And the early cautions have really shaken up our pit strategy anyway.
Yeah.
There was going to be a move for that position there between DJ Kenner and Kevin Coleman, which there is. No, that was Spencer Brown. And they just moved out of the way. They probably got blue flagged and moved out of the way. And there's a battle right there. Sean Crooks in the number 70 car. And Mike Hillenbeck is currently sitting 12th right now. If you have any Mike Hillenbeck fans out there, he was involved in that wreck earlier. I believe it was on the first lap. He was involved in that accident.
Yeah.
Side-by-side action coming into turn 3 between Brandon McLaughlin and the 95 of Spencer Brown, I mean. And it looks like is that Mansfield? Well, I just lost it.
You're getting used to the camera controls again.
Yeah, I've been away for a week. There is your battle for first between Stephen Steven. Who's Steven? James Smith and Michael Whiting.
There you go. They're different cars. We're not used to them.
No, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Looks like you got a little loose there.
Well, he also he was avoiding that traffic that was down low there. Looks like there may be a slope guy on the track. So it'd be cool. It'd be interesting to see where we go from there. And these guys are now just settled in. We are on lap 31, coming into lap 32. So,
Wow. Yeah.
So how's your pick doing, Rob?
Currently sitting 6th. He's about 11 seconds back from the leader.
Okay.
But he's not doing too bad.
No? Seems to be holding it out well.
Yep.
Let's try it on board. You can hear he's actually shifting some too.
Yeah.
Shifting out of that highest gear of six. So that's a smart move. I see smoke ahead. We're gonna ride on board to see what happened. Looks like we're clear, no accident.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a smart idea by Norman just to, downshift, use the engine to brake some, so you're not worried about, locking up the tires and that. So
yeah, because you can do that in these cars for sure, and really
very easily.
Too. We may have to when we get done with this, we may have to go run a few Indianapolises ourselves.
Yeah, we might just have to.
I know I'm not racing in a week. I don't know if I'll be able to. Just joking.
You just full send it, turn 1.
Oh, I will.
I mean, that's what these guys did, so, I mean, it looks like we only have 9 drivers on the lead lap.
Yeah. And that shocks me to a point, but after seeing the wrecks that happened, And up on your screen now, guys, is your track screen. You can look up there and see where your drivers are. It looks like there is a pack that's crossing the crossing the front stretch now. Looks like we only got one driver out right now, Rob.
We only have one? I thought there was 2.
Maybe Hobbs and then number 25.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I'm not seeing number 25 up there, so was that Hobbs?
Yeah, it was Hobbs and Tom Rule.
Yep, them two are sitting.
That are currently out.
Okay. We do have Mark Belair on pit road at this time.
Whoever's in control of that drone camera needs to change it.
Yeah, you're not lying. As I go too wide, look at that too wide action going in turn 1 there. You can almost hear the pitches in the engine. You can hear who's on it and who's not as they enter these turns. And as you heard there, the guy that's in front of Gene, which was Brandon McLaughlin, he's more high pitch. He's more in it. And Gene, I guess from the few accidents he's had, he is not in it as much. He's kind of calmed down on that engine going in. And it could be a few things because of that. Maybe his racing engineer said, you know what, you got to calm down. We can't keep fixing this engine. or it could be he's starting to lose his tires. Checking the weather, we've been keeping a close eye on that. The track temperature is up to 123 degrees right now.
Wow.
123 degrees. That is hot. That's almost to the point where you could boil water.
Almost. I mean, you're only probably, 15 degrees off of that?
Something like that, yeah. I could definitely pop an egg out there. I wouldn't know how good it would taste with asphalt. And we have our 5th caution of this evening. Looking to see who may be involved. I'm not sure who is involved in that. was like 66 and 983. Am I right in saying that? Nope. Gonna pause it just a second, Rob, if you don't mind. I'm gonna look and see where this wreck's gonna be at.
Yeah.
Oh, right there. Edward Belair. I'm sorry, Aaron Bloom was the culprit in this one. It looks like he gets into the side of Gene again.
It looks like Gene might have pushed him a little bit.
Yeah, and Gene's got some damage on his wing there. And that was our spin out of the evening. That brung out the 5th caution flag.
And that's not bad because, I mean, we got a good 20 laps in before the caution came out. So,
yeah,
looks like they were going 3 wide there and just kind of
we'll look
really
at it.
had nowhere to go.
We'll look at it one more time from Gene's point of view here. Yeah, it looks like there was just some contact there. I mean, that's just racing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Really, if you're going to blame it on somebody, I think I'd call it on the spotter for not calling that out. And these guys are coming down pit lane. All the leaders are in. And that's going to shake up. Some of these guys, you may see them staying out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
As you're seeing, Gene gets around back there.
Looks like the only person not coming in is Charles Harris.
Yep, and guess what these pit times are, Rob? From time they enter to the time they leave, about 14 seconds. You know why that is?
Because it takes 30 seconds or 5 seconds to change the wheels?
Yep, because they can all have their tire changers out at one time.
Yep.
That's a cool little fact you probably didn't know. Or you probably did.
Oh, I knew it.
But somebody listening may not know that.
Well, I mean, these cars are light enough. All they have to do is throw the jack in the rear and raises the whole car. So
yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that until I got into iRacing. To be honest with you, I'm not a big follower of Formula One, or the the Indy series. The Formula. What is it? IndyCar.
yeah, IndyCar.
Okay, Formula One is basically the same thing. Cars are a little different, but that's more the road races, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the IndyCar, I didn't know that until I started in iRacing.
Okay.
So. And you see some of these pit stop times. Norman Chan took a 4.1 pit stop. That's how long he took on pit road was 4.1 seconds, and Harris was 8.8, which is currently your leader right now.
So likely Chan just kind of grabbed fuel and said, "I'm all right on tires."
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking happened. We don't know until we ask them, and we'll talk with some of these drivers at the end of the race and see how their strategy played out. We don't want anybody to disclose their secrets yet.
Yeah, not yet.
All right, Rob. How do these guys stack out right now as far as their timing goes? Or not timing, but grid order.
So right now we got Charles Harrison first, John Barry second, James Smith third, Don Warren fourth, Brendan McLaughlin in fifth, Norman Chan sixth, Eddie Baker in seventh, Kevin Coleman in eighth, DJ Kinner ninth, Brian Mansfield 10th, Michael Whiting 11th, and Stephen Belair in 12th, and those are all on your lead lap.
Yep. The guys that are off the lead lap is Mike Killenbeck in 13th, 14th, Christopher Morrison, 15th, Edward Belair, 16th, Mason Neal, 17th, Stephon Davis, 18th, Aaron Bloom, 19th, Sean Crooks, 20th, Tom the Missile Land. 21st is Spencer Brown. Gene Watkins is still on pit road. Mark Belair is 23rd. He's still on pit road. And Tom Rule is out of this race at this time.
Yep. Now, are we going back? We should be going back double file. I guess not.
They may have swapped it out. The officials probably called it and said, you know what, we're doing too many crazy things at the beginning. We're just going to go single file. But as you see, as these guys come down to the stripe here, Rob, they're all going to start fanning out here to get basically double file.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I mean, they don't want to stick back, right? So they want to get out, get that clean air, and go for it.
that's right. And my guy Brian Mansfield is back on the lead lap now.
Well, there you go. It looked like he stayed out. I don't think he put it. Almost looked like he short shifted there a little bit.
Yeah, and that's probably to save some fuel because he probably, since you said he didn't go in there. I didn't see him go in either, so. I hate when the drone flips like that. It makes me so sick.
Yep.
Who put
Big
them
glad
built?
we're not in VR, right?
Yeah. Who put the? Hey, I race in VR sometimes. Actually, all the time.
Oh, another crash.
Good avoidance there. Good avoidance, and yellow flag is out.
It looked like Brian Mansfield was involved there.
I spoke damn too soon. It was Mansfield for sure. Let's go back and take a look. They both just grab. Two cars grabbed there. Aaron Bloom and Mansfield both grabbed that wall coming out of, I believe that's going to be, the turn one, and just shreds the right side of their car.
Wow. That's unfortunate for him. He just got back on the lead lap.
Yep. And now if he can limp it around the pit road, maybe he won't have to take an L there, you know?
Yep.
We're currently on lap 42 of 100 for this race.
Well, we're nearly halfway there.
Yep. And while we're under this caution, guys, I'm going to step away. Rob, if you want to hit him with some track facts, go ahead. I got to get me a glass of water.
All right. Make sure to bring me one.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right, so it looks like we have 9 cars on the lead lap now. Caution lights are still on. So we have at least 2 to go to green. As John Barry is the first position. It looks like Mansfield has been able to keep it on the lead lap, as far as I can tell right now.
All right, Rob, what'd you learn, or what'd they learn?
Oh, just Mansfield's still on the lead lap so far.
Good. Maybe he'll have a chance of winning this.
Maybe.
He may have used his quick repair. He may have held off and went a lap down early.
He could have, yeah.
So.
Now, you know what? You're making me thirsty drinking that bottle of water, so...
I ain't gulped it yet, but I can gulp it in front of you want me to.
Well, no, I gotta go grab one myself, so... I'm gonna run down to the concession stand there.
Yeah, we'll be right back because I don't see lights in the pace car. Maybe we have lights in the pace car. Who knows? Let's see. I still see lights in the pace car. All right, some track facts, guys. The fastest lap ever recorded on this track was set in 1996. It was set by Ari Ludiendijk. I suck with names. The lap recorded was a 37.895 second lap time. In kilometers, or Canadian units, as I call it, is that's about 382 miles an hour. That's hauling. This track's 2.5 miles long, so that's the size of Daytona, and they're hitting 37-second lap times. That's very impressive. They call this the World Center of Racing, and there's a whole list of winners that we can go through and talk about, but we will not at this time because I'm not going to bore you to death.
Alrighty.
You back?
I am back.
All right. Here's what I told him.
All right.
I told him who the fastest lap time guy was. You know who it was?
Who's that?
I can't tell you the name, but I'll just write it on a piece of paper here and send it to you.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
He went around this track in 37.895 seconds.
Oh,
Out here
wow.
today, the fastest lap we have so far looks to be 41 seconds.
Yep.
So nowhere near the fastest time yet.
No. Now, in practice, they were getting around fairly quick.
Really?
Yep.
Were they getting around about 38 seconds?
I think the fastest one I saw was 37.55.
Well, we have a world record if this was real racing.
That's true.
To reach 500 miles, you have to go 200 laps. We're doing half that today. So instead of the Indy 500, this is the Indy 250.
250. Yeah. Now, see, Andrew, when you went down there, you got the last bottle of water, so I had to get some orange juice.
You know what's funny? There's actually one more bottle left in my refrigerator at the house. So
Yeah, well, your house is a few hundred miles away, so
that's true. That's true. All right. After that shake-up with that caution there, the lead lap guys now are John Berry, Charles Harris, James Smith, Don Warren, Eddie Baker, Brandon McLaughlin, Norman Chan, Kevin Coleman, DJ Kenner, Brian Mansfield, and Stephen Belair. I could make a rap song out of that.
Could you? All right, we'll get the production team to get that started afterwards.
Yeah, you take care of that production. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a call from Atlantic Records right now. Hang on.
Oh yeah.
Hey, how you doing? You want to sign me into a multi-million-dollar contract? Oh, yeah, I'll take it.
No, I think that's a cease and desist.
Oh. All right. Well, we're coming down to the green flag here in Indianapolis, and John Berry is going to be your leader this evening, bringing us out of our sixth caution into the green flag, coming down to turn one.
Now, with these guys bunched up all again, we may have issues with, going into another caution here. I mean, we only have, 45 laps to go, or 55
don't
laps to go?
Don't talk that madness, man. Don't talk that madness.
I mean, I'm just saying, history repeats itself.
Yeah, but does it repeat itself every 10 minutes?
I mean, so far it has.
Hey, I didn't say that. Oh,
But
and
it
there's
makes
some
for
news
interesting
back in the
racing.
back there. I'm loving these cars. I've seen a Navy car. I see a U.S. Air Force. I'm waiting to see an Army. Go Army,
Yeah, I'm the only one that does that.
That's true. Painted by me, right?
Well, you've painted two of my cars.
I'll continue to paint them, too.
All right. I'll take it.
The production team says no. I just got the note. Wow. These guys are hauling butt right now. 207, 210 miles an hour around this track. McLaughlin's hitting 220, 221, 225, 230 almost. Yep, 230. Right there going down the front stretch. That is fast. Wow. Oh. And Mansfield's having to work his way through traffic now just to get back up there.
Yeah, he is.
He's got some lap cars he's having to deal with. That may help him and it may hurt him, depending on who's going to fight him,
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, if they're lapped, they shouldn't be fighting him because he is on the lead lap.
But this is Indy. You're going to fight for just having been on the track. So
yeah, and I mean the thing is, You just see somebody behind you on the mirror. You don't know what position they're in. So
That's right. And the track temperature, looking at it, is still 123 degrees. We keep bringing it up, guys, because it's very important for these cars. These tires are already warm, and it's just going to cause them to keep sliding up the track there.
yeah. So that may be why we're seeing slower times, because I mean, in practice, the track wasn't 123 degrees. So with, you know, the colder track and the warm tires, well, you get better adhesion, so you can push these cars a hell of a lot more. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, with that, Rob, we have to look at why these guys are sliding, and the number one reason is because of that hot track.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be because of the hot track. If it wasn't for the hot track, I don't think these guys would be having an issue. You know, looking at the leaders right now, John Berry is still holding that front position.
He's only got about half a second lead on James Smith there.
Yeah, and a half second in the draft can be made up really easy. As you see him doing some swerves there to break that draft line, because James Smith is on his tail.
Yeah, he's closed it down by about a tenth of a second there.
Yep, and they go side by side. That's Brandon McLaughlin and Charles Harris there fighting for the fifth position. That's actually a battle to watch here. That is a battle to watch at this time. They are hauling.
214 mile an hour. Yeah, they're moving.
They're moving like no tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I get scared in the, you know, next gen cars when we hit like 187.
Wow.
In the draft.
And let's talk about some of our biggest movers today, Rob. So far, the biggest mover of the race, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's going to be our man Eddie Baker.
Yep, moving 19 positions from 21 to third, or 22nd to third.
22nd to third. That is crazy. 22nd to third.
Sorry. Charles Harris is our biggest mover from 24th to 4th.
24th. So he started dead last almost.
Yep.
And he's avoided all the wrecks, I believe, so far. Is that right in saying that?
It looks like it, yes.
Oh! Behind him.
Oh. He was able to save it. Nobody got collected in that. So we're still green.
And that we're just going to watch right here for a second, because that's a battle out there waiting to happen. There's a lot of cars in a tight area. And I think them are all for position, too. That's a big battle, too. Jesus. Oh, yeah, that is all for position. And Mansfield's right in the middle of it.
He's fighting that car to keep it off the wall.
Yeah, he is. Oh, these guys are getting loose coming out of turn 4. Side by side, entering turn 1. Mansfield is on the inside at number 70. Killenbeck is on the outside.
I think I need to get me an F1 wheel. These look fun.
These are fun. I can attest to it. I just don't hit off the F4 trying to get off the wall.
Yeah, I'm an IT tech, so I know that trick.
Right now we're riding on board with Killenbeck right now. We do have some guys in pit. We'll see who they are here shortly.
Looks like Mark Belair, Eddie Belair.
Oh!
Oh!
Killenbeck's into the wall, and that right front wheel is done for.
Is it?
It was, or at least it was.
It was.
He will be
Some
taking it to
iRacing
pit
physics
road.
there. Looks fine to me.
That toe is out of line for sure.
Oh, yeah. We're still green. We're over halfway
Yep.
through this race.
Over halfway through this race. And Harrison Killenbeck is on pit road at this time. And Coleman's on pit road at this time, too. There is your battle for that first position.
And James Smith has closed that gap quite a bit. I mean, he was half a second back, and now he's
still about a half second.
0.4 point through it. Well, coming in turn 2, he was about 0.3 seconds back. So.
Okay. So he is slowly. He's knocking it off a tenth at a lap. It looks like a tenth a lap.
Yep.
A tenth every 2 3 laps, something like that. So and Coleman is coming off pit road now. Should be coming off pit road now. Kevin Coleman is coming off pit road, and we only have 7 cars on the lead lap at this time.
Yeah, there's John Barry, James Smith, Eddie Baker, Norman Chan, Brandon McLaughlin, DJ Kinner, and Brian Mansfield are currently on your lead lap.
Yep. So our picks are still in.
Yep. So far. I'm knocking on wood.
I wish I had. Oh, I got my head. That's just full of hot air. Never mind.
Titanium doesn't count.
Oh. Man. It should, though.
No, not quite. Jim Beam, now that's a good bourbon.
Yeah, it is. Good stuff. Now, John Barry, he's not lifting hard. Well, he's lifting, but he's not shifting gears. So he's using a lot of gas here trying to get through these turns. That may affect him going forward.
It is, but it doesn't look like he's putting in 100% throttle going around the track, though, either.
No, it wouldn't maxed out. It wasn't blinking at him.
Yeah, I mean, he may be at, 90, 95% throttle going around the track, so he is saving fuel that way, it seems, anyways.
Yep. We do have a lot of guys out of the race now. Belair is out of the race. I'll get the list here in just a second. Can you see who's out, Rob?
No. So I see Land, Watkinson, Belair, Rule, Belair, Whiting, and Morrison.
Mark Belair is on pit road. It's the other Belair. Edward Belair is out of this race.
Yeah, so there's 2 Belairs that are out.
Well, Mark Belair is in the pits.
Okay.
But
he might be being towed.
Oh, he's looking at him right now.
I think he blew it.
I think he blew the engine. And that's a lengthy repair time if he's sitting and waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, James Smith tags that outside wall, and that's going to knock him out of the contention for that second place. Maybe not. That's going to definitely slow him down.
Yeah, it slowed him down quite a bit. He might
There
be
goes Eddie
in
Baker.
Here.
Yeah, that'd be a smart move. Go ahead and get that toe taken care of. That's a real easy fix for these cars. Should be a good, real easy fix, but it looks like he's staying out there.
Yeah. Looks like it didn't hurt him all that much, but I don't know. As Norman Chan goes by him there. And he does bring it down into the pit.
That was not, that looked to be a lap car.
Okay.
That was not Norman Chan. Norman Chan's currently 14 seconds back right now from the leader. 17 seconds back from the leader, I'm sorry. And now Eddie Baker is sitting behind John Barry.
So what happened, Andrew? You didn't pick Eddie Baker tonight.
So? Didn't know I had to.
Well, I don't know. Every week you do, so.
Well, you know what? And this may be the week it comes and bites me. Because I still have not won a race yet. Or my pick has not won a race yet. Yours has won once.
Yep.
So. I'm track temperature is going down slightly. It's 122, but not enough to make a difference at all.
No, not at all. I mean, it depends on the time of day too, and I mean, you know, if the depends on where the sun is, so
Yeah.
it may get hotter, but it seems like it is cooling down. I mean, we're probably mid-afternoon, so
Yeah, and that temperature is an average temperature of the track. It's not a, this track all around the track. It's not like that. So it's in some corners it could be 100 degrees where the non-shaded areas, the where the track is getting hit the hardest by the sun, maybe 135 degrees. Maybe at the boiling point of water. If that's not the boiling point of water, I'm sorry. I'm not really good at science.
hold on, I will find out.
Please do.
Let's see here. Boiling point of water is 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. So it's nowhere close.
So hold on. What's the temperature of water then? Or boiling water?
Boiling water is 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit.
Huh. So I'm sorry. Hey, I made a mistake. I can still go out there and fry an egg.
Yeah, probably. It'd take a long time, but it'd work.
Yeah, but... Oh, well. This ain't science class. We're racing. As they have side-by-side action. I don't know if that's for position or not. That is for position. That is for position with DJ Kenner and Brandon McLaughlin.
Oh, there you go. Now, I do tell you something funny. The funny thing about Canadians is we use Celsius, except for cooking. Cooking, we use Fahrenheit.
So it's basically like me riding left-handed and doing everything else right-handed.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. That's all I gotta say. Wow.
I mean, when we throw the oven to cook, throw the oven on to cook is, hey, set it for 350.
Well, you know why that is, don't you? You know how much it would cost Samsung to ship a refrigerator, or ship a microwave, or ship a stove across the freaking world? One.
Wouldn't be that bad.
It would be bad. They'd pay billions just in shipping costs.
It looks like we only got 6 cars on the lead lap now.
6 cars. These guys need a caution and a lot of wave rounds.
Yeah, they do.
We've only got 3 cars 1 lap down, which is James Smith, Charles Harris, and one of the Bel Air guys. Let's see. That's going to be
Stefan Belair.
Stephen
Belair.
Stefan Davis, and Stephen Belair. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Anybody got a speech therapist in the house? We need one.
I'm French.
Oh. Well, tell me something in French.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
Oh, I know what bonjour is. It's the thing that they download on the Apple product sometimes, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
No. Bonjour means hello. Language class with Rob.
This race is interesting. It really is, guys. These guys are just so spread out. It's hard to really commentate on what's happening. Yeah, I mean, and we do apologize. We're just kind of. I'm still back. I'm still in vacation mode. I'm not back into work mode until tomorrow. So.
Yeah.
I'm out here just having a good time.
We're going to be in GT3 tomorrow.
Ooh.
And let me just see where we're at.
Mont Panorama.
Yes. Yes.
Mont Panorama.
And
I was have a position battle here. Hang on, Rob. We got a position battle for the 3rd position between DJ Kenner and Norman Chan.
Come on, Norman. You can hold them off here.
don't know about that. DJ is on his tail. DJ held that first position, and he said, I want it back. That's what he wants. He wants that position back, and he wants it now.
It looks like there's a little bit of smoke there. I don't know if that was coming from the pits.
I'm not sure. But Chan has gained 10 positions to be where he's at, but Kenner is on his tail right now, trying to get that position back. And Kenner really wants it. He was leading this race before those wrecks happened.
Yeah.
And he's got a push back there, both Brandon McLaughlin on his tail, and Brian Mansfield's right behind him. And Eddie Baker's in the pits now.
May have just stopped him for fuel.
Yeah, what it looks like. These guys are hauling. They're still maintaining about the 20 or 0.2, 0.3 second back from one another. So.
Looks like John. Well, yeah. It sounded like there was something dragging from his car there.
Yep, and he's in pit road. DJ Kenner is in pit road. Norman Chan's going to hold your second position tonight at this time, and John Berry is walked off and left these guys. He is 24 seconds ahead right now. And John Berry enters pit road. We are on green flag pit stops at this time, guys.
We've got 30 laps to go, so they're just coming in, topping up, and then hoping they can make it to the end.
Yep. I'm really hoping they can make it to the end on this, but, as time tells, as Norman comes into, he's wanting to stay right there with everybody. This may equal out to be good for Belair, who is one lap down here. He may be able to get his lap back here. Because Belair is in contention to be the first one to get his lap back due to the lucky dog rule. Now, people may ask me, what is a lucky dog? Well, I'll tell you what a lucky dog is. It is a lucky dog to get a bone, a lucky dog to get a water. That's pretty lucky, don't you think?
I think so, yeah.
In today's world, water is very expensive. But that's not that same lucky dog we're talking about tonight. The lucky dog we're talking about tonight is the first car that is one lap down will get a wave around. Wave around meaning they go around the pace car, gain their lap back. That only happens under caution, and it only happens to one car. So, where these guys are on track, we'll make that determination on who is gonna do that. As you can see, Brandon McLaughlin just went a lap down. Kenner just went a lap down. So now, Chan just went a lap down. Chan would be the lucky dog if that stayed the same, but Mansfield Berry is going to have to come in, which would mean that Baker and Smith would be 1 and 2 after the pit stops are complete. It sucks these guys went a lap down. They were doing really good. Maybe they can get it back. These cars are so fast and these pit stops are so quick. It's kind of crazy they did go a lap down. Maybe something happened.
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, but also, Mansfield and Berry do have to come in. So when they come in, they'll get that lap back.
Yeah, that is true. We'll see what happens with it going forward, and see where we're at. And what may also shake things up, Rob, is what happens if a caution comes out with these guys that's not pitted yet. Then they are officially a lap down.
Yeah.
They would have to make their lap back, which would suck for Chan, Kenner, and McLaughlin, who all were doing very well tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And there is my man, Mansfield. He is my pick, and I picked him for a good reason because he's good at this track. I know he is.
Now, when was the last time he was in the pit?
Let's take a look at our pit stints here. He was in the pits at lap 33, so his is coming up.
Yeah.
His is definitely coming up as he comes into pit road. And that gives John Berry. John Berry will be the new leader coming into this. And Eddie Baker is following right behind him. And Barry takes that front position. Eddie Baker will be your second place guy. James Smith will be your third place guy. Fourth place will be Norman Chan. And fifth will be DJ Kenner. And it looks like they've all...
they got their lap back.
Yep. Good for them, too. But these guys all need to pray for a caution because, for me, from my perspective, 36 seconds in Indianapolis, you won't regain that.
No, not at all.
I don't think they'll regain that anyway. If they do, it'll shock the heck out of me. And Mansfield's coming out of turn number 2, and he should be entering the backstretch. He should have fresh tires. He should have topped off with enough fuel to make it to the end. Now they're just going to drag race it out. Hope he can gain 31 seconds on Barry because Barry is 6 seconds over Baker at this time.
I do believe Barry will need to come in, though, or has he already went into the pits?
He's already came in. He was the first guy
Okay.
in.
Gotcha.
Yep. The oldest one out right now, it will be Coleman, who's in 10th. No, I'm sorry. Stephen Belair. He pitted on lap 52. And that's the people that are in the top 10.
Gotcha.
So, Mansfield just pitted. Mansfield actually pitted 4 times tonight. He pitted on lap 14, lap 37, lap 41, and then this last lap that he was on, which was lap 77. I learned something today, Rob, about
What was
Indianapolis. They do an opening of the gates, like cannon fire, at 6 a.m. on race day. Can you imagine sleeping in your camper and getting woken up to the sound of a battlefield?
I've done it before.
I'm glad you have, Mr. Veteran, because I don't want to.
I mean, that's nothing new to me.
I appreciate you doing it. I don't want to. I like my beauty sleep.
Yeah. I mean, mind you, it wasn't 6 o'clock in the morning. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was a rocket alarm going off. But, you know, it's all the same.
Is that the one that screams in that? Attention, or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to wake up to, that's for sure.
No, I don't. I'm good. And we have currently 21 laps. We're on the 79th lap right now. And we'll be 80 laps to go as soon as John Barry wants to cross that start-finish line, which will be as he comes out turn 4 right now. And he's battling with number 66. Charles Harris is right behind him, trying to get something. Charles Harris is currently 2 laps down.
Yeah, as you can see him weave in to break the draft there. Looks like he's just got lap cars behind him, so he doesn't really have to worry all that much.
Yeah, and that may help Barry a lot because depending on Barry's strategy, which should have been, fill me up, give me some tires, let me finish this race strong, he may not have to worry about anything.
Yeah, I mean, the closest guy is, Baker, and he's 3.9 back, so, or actually, sorry. Yeah, he's 3.9 back. But mind you, 3.9 seconds isn't all that much at 200 mile an hour.
No, but the problem is you don't get above 200 mile an hour in these cars a lot unless you have a draft partner.
Yep.
So, where's that going to happen at? Because looking at this, these guys are all spaced out. The leaders are spaced out right now with a lot of people in between them. Let me go back over here, change my timing screen to lap position. Yeah, let me just go ahead and walk you through this, Rob. So fourth position currently has, from fourth to third, you have Brandon McLaughlin, Aaron Bloom, Sean Crooks, Kevin Coleman, and Stephen Belair between the two. Okay? Second place, you have Charles Harris and Stephon Davis between first and second. And for third, Jesus, this stuff is moving so quick. There's probably, I'm sorry, from fifth to fourth, there is 10 cars between them.
Oh, wow.
So,
yeah, there's quite a bit.
There's a lot of distance these guys got to cover, and they've only got 18 laps to do it in. So,
I mean, everybody on the lead lap right now is just praying for a caution.
That's exactly what everybody behind John Berry. John Berry's like, I don't want no caution. Don't send me a caution.
Yeah.
So, but looking back through the field at the other position battles that I'm seeing, let me go over here and take a look at it. There are some position battles I'm seeing. Like this one between Don and Mason Neal. Well, hang on. It's freaking out. There it is. So Mason Neal and Don is right there between one another, and there's about a 3-second gap between the two. This stuff's moving so quick, it's hard to tell. Yeah, that's the only position battle out on the track right now. Everybody else is split apart. There needs to be a caution thrown for these guys to have a chance.
Yeah.
For the first place, for the second, third, fourth, and fifth place, got to have a chance.
Yeah.
So, and we'll start seeing these guys make crazy moves. You know, Hope and Barry don't have any. You know, thinking if Barry doesn't have a commandant on the track with him, you know.
Yeah.
If he does, he could potentially send it to the wall for. I'm sorry, if Eddie potentially had a commandant out there, he may have somebody that wants to send it to the wall for him, you know?
Yeah.
So, and cause that caution he needs.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you half the winnings if you put your right tire on the track somewhere.
Yeah. Just rub the wall a little bit.
Rub the wall and cause some debris to fall off. I'll get a caution.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I've raced with these guys before, and I don't see that happening.
No, these guys are very, very clean. They try to stay clean as much as they can. But, you know, looking at the guys that are remaining on the lead lap, which is John Berry, Eddie Baker, John Smith, John Berry, Eddie Baker, James Smith, Brian Mansfield, Norman Chan, and DJ Kenner, they've all had exceptionally good races tonight. They battled all night long. They missed a lot of the cautions that were in the beginning of the race.
Yeah.
And, you know, Mansfield were actually, out of everybody involved, I believe Mansfield was involved in most cautions tonight. And he currently holds that fourth position. So, my pick I'm content with.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, Chan's been great. I mean, he's avoided most, if not all, of the incidents on the track. And, you know, he's sitting fifth right now. So, I mean, you know, I'm proud of my pick. So
yeah. There may be one position change looking at the pit stops. Out of the top 5, James Smith pitted on lap 60. So he's going to have 40 laps on fuel and tires. He may have to pit. He may have to pit looking at the pit stints that I've seen. Although you have Barry who pitted on 37, then pitted on 71. That's over 40 laps. Or we're right at 40 laps there. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Charles Harris, he pitted on 14, didn't pit again until lap 54. That's exactly 40 laps.
Yeah.
So
he may just have enough. You know, he may run out of fuel and just roll across the line. Who knows?
The gap is big because the gap between Brian Mansfield and James Smith is 14 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see how this is going to end. I believe we may have some guys try to that thought went back to Florida.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much anybody can do right now other than just, keep it out of the wall. I mean, everybody's pretty much in a position right now of this is where it's going to end unless a caution comes out.
Yep. I take that back. Eddie Baker has closed the gap to Barry by a lot.
He's currently only 1.3 back.
He is close. He has closed the gap. So now we have a position battle for first. He's closed that gap a lot in the last 5 laps.
Yeah, he's only about half a second back now.
I bet he turned his computer from endurance to sprint mode.
Yeah. He's like, all right, I got 10 to go. Let's go.
Yep.
I'm getting it to the front. And he's closing it in fast.
He went from a second to a half a second to a quarter of a second right now. This is gonna be a fast one. And James Smith is in pit road. I knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't know when.
Yep.
So Mansfield's currently sitting second right now. And your buddy Chan's sitting fourth.
Mansfield's sitting third.
Sorry, Mansfield's sitting third. Chan's sitting fourth. What did I say?
You said Mansfield was second, but Baker's second.
Whatever.
And he's lost the run that he had on him, though.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's still there.
He is still there. I wonder if he's just kind of waiting out and seeing what happens with him. Because he doesn't know his pit strategy, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
He may be waiting for him to pit. Although Eddie Baker, I'm just letting you know, he don't have to pit. Maybe he heard me.
Maybe. I don't think so.
And you'll start seeing John Barry here soon start trying to break that draft, and when he's on these straightaways, he's going to start S-turns it. So it's going to look like he's in a chicane. He's just going to start weaving and wobbing right and out of the draft, trying to break it from Baker. Because Baker, if he's able to track down 10 seconds down into 1 second and a few laps, there's no telling what he can do with 1 second with just a few laps to go.
Yeah, as you can see him doing it a little bit now. But he is coming up to lap traffic, so is that going to pose an issue?
It may. It truly may, because the second place guy in a draft bundle usually gets the short end of the stick because that increases the draft for the guy behind him. So, and you see the guys up front there, that's too wide. That's Aaron Bloom, and it looks like it may have been Watkinson, but I think he's out of the race. Who is that? This is going to be interesting to see what happens. Oh, and Edward Bloom just hits the outside wall there. Almost collected Baker.
Almost. He was trying to get out of the way there.
Yeah, and he's just going to take it down pit road here. And because of that little squabble there, Barry has increased the lead on Baker by almost a quarter of a second.
Yeah, by about 0.3 of a second. Well, Baker, you got 5 laps to go, so.
You know, every time I don't pick him, he shows me up. You know that?
Yeah. I mean, it's the way she goes.
Yeah, well. Oh! And John Barry, with 6 laps to go, comes down pit road. Eddie Baker is going to be your new leader with 5 laps to go.
Did Barry run out of fuel?
I think he did. Oh, but Baker grabs that wall. I guess he got a little excited there. Here comes Mansfield. And Mansfield's going to hold number 3 on that position. He's actually going to hold second now. Look at these pit stops here. I wonder if Mansfield's going to have to come in. I wonder if Chan's going to have to come in. Baker, 69 laps, and Smith was on. Oh, I'm not sure, man. Let's just sit and wait. I don't know. I don't know. It's all about fuel strategy here.
Yep.
Oh, you know what the problem was? I just now thought about it. John Barry had been in first place and on the throttle the entire time trying to maintain that position.
Yep.
Guarantee you that was the problem.
Oh, it had to have been.
Now he's out of the draft, or now that he's out of the draft and Baker, or now that he's into the draft and Baker's out of the draft, will Baker have to come into pit road now with 4 laps to go?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he does, I mean, the gap between him and Mansfield in second is 19 seconds.
Yeah, but let's look at the pit lane time. Pit lane time is 39 seconds total, so that's enough to that's enough to pass him up.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you're coming down just for a quick sip of fuel.
Yeah, but you got to get to your stop, get stopped, get your fuel, and then leave. Get around the 2 turns where you can actually get back onto the track. And that all has to be done at a pit road pace. Eddie Baker may come home as your winner this evening. Let's see what we do with these next 2 laps here. Oh, this is going to be it. Time is out of the race. Is that the caution? That is the checker flag. We may be up on time. We are up on time, guys. 90-minute was race time. I think Baker is going to be your winner tonight. Maybe. Let's see here. I'm confused as shit.
I'm not sure what happened there.
It's showing a checkered flag. Everybody's slowing down. Times are getting pulled in now. That was the caution, or that was the checkered flag.
All right, so we did run out on time with 2 laps to go.
Yep, that was that's all she wrote there.
As Baker comes down to the line.
Go out and kiss some bricks, Baker. Somebody's going to T-bone the hell out of him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it was almost Chan. You going to give him a little tap? No.
Man, well,
all right.
That worked out in
now,
Baker's favor, really.
So, unofficial, official results. Eddie Baker, Brian Mansfield, Norman Chan.
Yeah. Well, we're getting better at this picking stuff, I tell you that.
Oh, we are 100%.
Wow.
All right.
Well, let's get a good replay going of these guys racing, and let me see
Have a
here.
chat with some of them.
Yep.
All right, let's see if we can get Eddie on the line here. Eddie, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
Absolutely.
All right.
Wow.
Well,
The mini Indy 250, man.
Man, I don't know how I did that. I was laying on my couch watching some Street Outlaws. Everybody was posting about it, and I was like, you know what? I guess I'll hop in. Missed practice, missed qualifying, started 22nd on the grid, got in with 50 seconds left before they started rolling, and somehow got away with this with the win.
Yeah, I mean, if John Barry, it seemed like he just ran out of fuel there on, coming to lap 4 or 4 to go, and yeah, I mean, at that point that's all she wrote.
You think he's kicking himself, knowing that the time was running out of the race?
Oh yeah, he definitely he's hanging his head a little bit, but he did an amazing job. I mean, he was dicing and slicing through the pack there. I tried to short pit him and get out ahead of him so I had clean air and I could take off, but somehow he pulled 5.5 seconds on me during the pit stop. So hats off to him. He did a really, really good job. he was trying to save, but he had the fuel maps mixed up, is what I was hearing. So I had my crew chief, who was fighting traffic a couple laps down himself, giving me the direction while I was racing. So that really helped me out with the fuel saving. And at the end, I was 3 laps to go to the good. So.
Oh, well, I mean, Andrew didn't pick you this week. You can talk at the haulers later if you want, but
Yeah, what's up with that? I thought we talked about this.
We did, but you told me to pick you on GT3, and this does not look like a GT3.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
All right.
But this is also my first real IndyCar race too. I mean, I've messed around with them here and there, but I've never done one start to finish. So that's kind of cool. And I came away, I believe I got a 0x out of it too.
No way. And we had all those cautions at the beginning of the race, and you in 22nd?
Started 22nd. The first caution, I went from 22nd to 12th, and then the second one, I went from 12th to 5th, and then it was smooth sailing from there.
That's called smooth driving's what that's called. So
the one time in my life I've had patience.
Well, I mean, patience clearly has paid off. So
yeah.
Absolutely. Now I'm gonna go climb the fence and spray some champagne.
Hey, no. You drank you a pint of milk and kissed them damn bricks.
That's true. I'll have to go downstairs and see if I got milk that's not expired.
Drink it anyway. It's just a stomach ache.
yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, Eddie. Well, it was great talking to you. You have anything to say to your friends or your fans?
I just appreciate them for tagging along and watching. I know I sent the link out to a few people who kind of religiously watch your guys' stream. Per usual, you guys do an awesome job. Very much appreciate you hosting and broadcasting. Appreciate Happy Hour for letting me be a part of this. And huge shout out to my crew chief, Mason Neal, a.k.a. Chad Knaus. Couldn't have done it without you, buddy.
All right, Eddie. Appreciate talking to you, and we'll catch you tomorrow on the GT3.
Sounds good. Andrew, you better pick me.
We'll see.
Later, guys.
See you, buddy.
Later.
Brian Mansfield
Brian
is our
here.
second place guy tonight.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be shocked that he finished that.
Brian, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
Hey, Rob.
All right. Well, it seems to be a common occurrence. We're speaking to you after a race here, and you were holding down that third position, and looks like John Barry just kind of miscalculated his fuel, and you were able to pull home second. So, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, it was a good race, Rob. I felt like I had a top 3-4 car all the entire race and got caught up in some wrecks early on. And thank goodness we went green because I was out of quick repairs. And
Oh, wow.
I kept having to go to the back of the field because I had an inner closed pit to repair my car. But it felt good. Clean air was everything. The car was a lot different than what I expected. It was really more aero tight than normal. These cars are always aero tight, but tonight seemed to be a little bit worse. I'm not sure if it was just something to do with an update with iRacing recently or something. I'm not sure, but I adjusted my weight jack or something throughout the race, and when I got behind somebody, started shifting down to fifth gear and back up to sixth. And main thing is you couldn't line up behind somebody. If you lined up behind them, you were going to push out the turn. And once you got within about a second and a half behind somebody, you started feeling that aero push. But all in all, good night of racing. Started off rough, but ended good.
Good deal. So, were you expecting to finish second tonight? Was you pushing for that? Because you didn't qualify too terribly. I mean, you qualified well. I guess you were 8th when you started, but with them wrecks, did you figured you'd get caught? Actually, you did get caught up in a few. So, how did you kind of overcome that tonight?
Yeah, like I said, I felt like I had a top 3, top 5 car from the beginning. I got in some wrecks, got into the back, and got a little nervous because, like I said, I ran out of quick repairs. And clean air was everything. I mean, you get out front, you just pull away. I was able to extend my fuel run, that last fuel stop, longer than a couple guys in front of me, which helped me a lot. But car handled good. I mean, like I said, good job to Eddie. I tell you what, he played it just right. And, I think John Barry, he definitely gets the hard luck award. That was his race, and James Smith too. He was up front all night, so there was some tough racing up front.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Mansfield, it was great seeing you out there tonight. Your fans. I've seen some people in the chat tonight talking about you. What do you got to say about them, or what do you got to say to them?
I appreciate them watching. I have a lot of fun in Indy cars, and I look forward to next season when it looks like we're going to be bringing them back for a full season.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I really enjoy the Indy cars. They are a blast. I used to race go karts around the country, and they remind me of racing the go karts. What they remind me of. I mean, you try to put as little wheel input into the turn as you can to not scrub off speed. So, but thank you for the fans for watching. Thank you for everybody tuning out. Thank you for what y'all do. And for the ones watching, always tune in on Monday nights and also Tuesday nights for GT3 and Wednesday nights for the Cup. So tune in tomorrow night for GT3 and come back Wednesday night and watch some Cup racing.
Sounds good.
All right, Brian, it's always a pleasure talking to you, and we'll hope to talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, and by the way, Mansfield, you were my pick to win tonight. Just letting you know that.
I got close.
There you go.
Yeah, you did. All right.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right, let's see if we can get Norman in here. All right, Norm, this is Rob in the booth. How you got me?
How you doing, Rob? I got you loud and clear.
All right. Well, you moved 10 spots to the third position. Were you worried at all when you came in on that green flag pit stop and pretty much went a lap down, but were able to get it back?
It's funny. I was looking at my display when I went a lap down, but I realized that was because Brian was on a different pit cycle. So once he went in, everything resolved itself. But I mean, when I went back out, Barry was catching up to me. He's only like about 9 seconds behind me. So I think what one issue was, I was running behind Brandon. We both slowed down to avoid a wreck, and we both fell like 15 seconds behind the leader at that point. So that kind of did us in. But, ultimately, this was the entire race of survival. I mean, I came in third, but ultimately it was just dodging all the wrecks and staying ahead of the pack that was, busy bumping into each other. After the first wreck in the beginning, I said, let me hang out in the back. And then once I got past them, it was just, basically trying to keep up to the fast guys up front.
Yeah, I mean, you were my pick to win tonight, and my whole thing was, we got 24 drivers out here. Norm's good at missing wrecks, so I'm hoping to see him up front, and that's pretty much what happened.
I almost missed that first wreck. I bobbed and weaved a little. I got through it, and then somebody just ran into me from behind. They didn't hold the brakes as much, but hey, it is what it is. Going into it, we knew the Indy was going to be, a bit iffy, especially in the beginning. A bunch of guys who never really drove these cars before. Doing laps by yourself on this track is completely different than the aero push you get behind other cars. And people figured it out. I mean, when they found somebody, they would run right into the wall right behind them. So it took us, I think, about 45 laps to settle all that down. The first half of the broadcast must have been a bit tricky.
It was definitely those caution laps were really digging us in, and but they were fun to watch. I mean, you could hear the excitement out of the first wreck that happened. I was not expecting most of the field to get involved in that first one.
No, not at all.
No, and it was funny. I was after Mason was doing his pre-race announcements. Don't wreck it on the first lap or the first turn, and then he loses and spins out. It was a very loose track, brand new tires, but we're gonna rag on him for a bit about that one.
Yeah, he kind of talked it into existence, didn't he?
That's exactly what happened. So you know what? We'll give him another until the next Indy race. We'll forgive him then.
Oh, there you go. Well, all right. Well, you got a few fans out there, I know for sure. So, what you got to say to them?
You know what? Thanks for coming out and watching the stream. Happy Hour Racing. You know what? Don't just watch. Come out and join us. We have a lot of fun out here.
Here you go. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Norm, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. And are you racing tomorrow on the GT3?
I'm not doing the GT3s. I'll be in the Legends race, depending on what time I get home from work. And I'll probably be back in the Next Gens on Wednesday.
All right. Well, we hope to hear from you on Wednesday then.
Sounds good. Once again, thank you for doing all this. It's great. Like I jump in and watch your streams after the races, and you guys do an amazing job.
Well, we
thank you.
appreciate it. We try. All right. Have a good one. Thanks.
Have a good night, guys. Take care.
Well,
Well,
it was all about fuel strategy in the end.
yep.
Looking back at it here, the biggest break was Mark Belair. He fell back 17 positions tonight. But the best mover, fastest mover in the, really the star of the race tonight was Eddie Baker. He gained 21 positions and ended up finishing first. So,
Yeah. Well,
that's,
I mean, it's an amazing feat, especially, like he said, he missed practice, he missed qualifying, and only got in with 50 seconds left to grid. So, I mean, for somebody not really having all that practice that everybody else did, I mean, he did a hell of a job.
yes, he did. So this is our first Indy 250 race that we've done together.
Yep.
This first season of broadcasting is going to be full of a lot of firsts for sure.
Yep.
This was one for the books. It started off really, really hectic. We ended up having 6 cautions total in this race. And the first one was the biggest one. Everybody was really excited to get started. Opted to go 2 wide instead of 3 wide starts.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably for the better because it would have wrecked the entire field if they'd have went 3 wide.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it was, I enjoyed watching it overall.
Yeah,
And-
it was great. I mean, I never really watched Indy cars or anything like that, but after watching this, they seem really fun, and maybe I'll get into it next season. Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, they're supposed to come out, and I think they may be racing on Monday night. Happy Hour doesn't have a big dirt following,
Mhm.
so we may only do 1 dirt race, and then we may do 1 Indy race. So we may have to. And you both may run that one. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
So
Only time will tell.
that's it. All right, guys. Well, that was our final thoughts. In closing, I think this is something we should do again.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, guys. Well, we couldn't do this without our great sponsors we currently have: JP Alfonso Studios, Admin Box, and our racing league that we broadcast for, which is Happy Hour Racing. Everybody at Happy Hour Racing does a fantastic job with putting on great shows like you see tonight. These guys all have a bunch of different licenses. If you're worried about coming into a league that may be judgmental, these guys are not. They'll come in, take you under their wing, and teach you. I've learned a lot from them, and I know Rob has too in the short time that he's been with Happy Hour. So if you're looking to apply, it's super simple to find them. You go on Facebook, type in Happy Hour Racing. You'll find it, or you can use the link that's in the About page on our Twitch. It's a great spectacle to come out here and watch, and it's even better when you're out there racing with them. They'll come in, they'll teach you how to do it, and that's how they do it. So it was great tonight, Rob. Back from the beach, going back full time with this up until I go to the beach again. So
Well, next time you go, take me with you.
if you can fit in the suitcase, I will.
Oh, I will make myself fit.
Oh, Lord. All right, guys. Well, from everybody here at United Racing Network, I just want to appreciate everybody for watching tonight. If you're driving, have a safe travels tonight. If you're listening from the comforts of your home, lock your doors. The world's a hellaciously terrible place, but there are some great people out there that will help you if you're ever in need. You just got to reach out, and if you're, battling some demons, it's good to talk to somebody. It always is. We love you, and we hope to see you again tomorrow night for the GT3 race at Mount Panorama. Rob, close us out.
Well, just everybody, thank you for joining everybody in the chat. It's great to see everybody talking. I know we don't really interact that much with chat, but we do appreciate you, and we do see it. Throw down a follow, throw down a subscription if you wish. Prime does give you free subscriptions, and it really helps us out. You know, I just want to say thank you, and we hope to see you tomorrow night for GT3.
My name's Andrew Spears,
I'm Robert McDonald.
and we are closing. Y'all have a good night, guys. This broadcast is the property of the United Racing Network and Twitch.tv. All reproductions of this broadcast must be approved by the United Racing Network staff. United Racing Network does not claim any responsibility for mishaps that may occur while listening to this production. United Racing Network reserves the right to delete, mute, unpublish, and/or move streaming locations without notice. The opinions of the announcers are not influenced by sponsorship, league administration, or any other outside entities. Thank you.